Does stretching prevent injury? I'm going to give you my active answer to this as I gear up for a session here at Urban Surf today. Now, with a channel like Stretch Yourself Strong, you think I'd just give you a simple, of course it does, it's a no-brainer, but reality is it's not as simple as that. There's a few things to consider, and funnily enough, I came to this conclusion as a result of a little surfing niggle that I had. I was seeing a client at the time who he'd come back from Indo, tore his hamstring as he went over the falls, his foot sliding up the board. Funnily enough, the same day I had the same thing happen to me, and I did handle it pretty well, but I was still injured. And I figured that I probably shouldn't have been, given that I'd spent so much time doing yoga. I was pretty flexible. You would think that I would have just handled it well. But the thing is, flexibility is different under different conditions, you know. We need to be able to access our range of motion under different loads, different speeds, and just stretching isn't enough for that. We need to make sure that we can handle these loads and these different intensities. And, you know, if we're going to slide up our board, we're going to get tackled, we're going to fall over, all these things. Just sitting in a stretch isn't enough for that. That's the whole reason I came up with Stretch Yourself Strong. The idea was we need to be able to sustain intensity, load, and speed. But we can't just start by coming into these things quickly. So a prerequisite in order to access something, you know, end range under speed is the fact that we can even get there to start with and we're comfortable there. So that's why in Stretch Yourself Strong, we start with stretching, but we do add load. We look to create permanent change through things like eccentric training. So yes, stretching does prevent injury, but we also need to make sure that we're giving tension into our tendons. Often sports-related injuries, things like tendon tears, just stretching tends to affect the muscle, but not the tendon. So making sure you're adding intensity into your stretches is super important if you're doing it to prevent injury. Adding load, hitting the tendon, going at different speeds, all things that you need to do to make stretching prevent injury. So yes, it does, but probably not the way you're doing it at the moment. If you want your questions answered, please send them, comment below, sub, like, share, all that stuff. I'll see you in the next one.